On this year's E3, Bethesda revealed Skyrim the Special Edition. And you know, with it, I was bound to make a video on it, because Skyrim was one of my favorite games. Well, it actually is. It's sharing the first place with The Last of Us. So, let's just hop right into it. The Special Edition is basically a graphical update alongside what I hope is a lot of bug fixes from the original game. And the stuff I hope they really have fixed is the game-breaking bugs and the lesser bugs. So this is the stuff that needs to have been changed before the game releases, like Alduin not dying like in the first fight when you're like on top of the throat of the world and stuff, and the console slowing down after like 60 plus hours of game. That is unacceptable. How you gonna sell the game to consoles when you can't even play more than 60 hours before the game starts, basically just lag all the time? I hope there is no frame rate lock to the game physics and speed, because I think that's in the core game. I don't think they can change it. I hope they have, but I know there's a lot of people out there wanting to play on a higher frame rate than 60, so I hope they've done that as well. The no movement bugs and the game crashing and stuff like that, and I hope they fix the combat and the magic, because that was kind of lacking in the previous, in the original game. And people not being able to talk to each other and activate stuff, and just stuff like that. I hope they've fixed all of that. And seeing how Fallout 4 couldn't even manage to have an open world with few loading screens, I don't think they're gonna have open cities and stuff like that in the remake. Well, it's not a remake, it's a... What is it? Is it remaster? Yeah. You still have to load your way into every single fucking house and stuff like that, and that's kind of bullshit, because 30% of your game is basically loading screens. So I hope they've at least managed to reduce loading times and stuff like that, because it's a bitch. Now the upside of this is of course the graphics. I mean, that was one of their main selling points at the E3 press conference, alongside mods built into the game like it is with Fallout 4. Previously, we would have to rely on the Nexus to get our mods and other lesser sites. So this is a first for Skyrim, and I think it's gonna be a heavy hitter. Actually, I think it's gonna be really, really good, and I might just get into the in-game modding when I'm playing the remastered, because I'm gonna play the remastered. You just know it. Now, don't take me for a graphics whore, okay? But, okay, do. But you can't go wrong with remastered art and effects. Sorry, I'm just quoting them now. Whatever the fuck that means. I mean, remastered art? Have they redesigned stuff and shit like that? I don't know. But I can get down with effects. But what the fuck? Volumetric god rays. That's a first as well. And I think they just added the effects they have in Fallout 4 into this game, because it's running off the same engine. So I just hope it's stable. Dynamic depth of field, screen space reflections, new snow shaders and water shaders. I don't know what. It didn't look that different, to be honest, but it looks better nonetheless, and probably a lot more. But this doesn't matter if the game is fucking shit still, with the game-breaking bugs and stuff. So I hope they've done their shit with fixing the stuff they didn't fix. Now, granted, you do get this special edition for free if you own Skyrim, with all the DLCs or the Legendary Edition. I think you'll have to own them on Steam. I'm guessing. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. I don't know if the console players with an existing copy of Skyrim on the PS3 and 360 will get a similar deal. But I hope so for you peasants out there. The mod system that will be integrated with the game is similar to Fallout 4's, but there's only one problem with the mod system: if the SKSE will be made for it. Skyrim don't have any, you know, holotapes and stuff to like set up settings and stuff. So how people are gonna do that without the S key SE and the mod configuration mod, I have no idea. I hope they're gonna do a workaround. I know the modders out there are fucking brilliant, smart bastards. So I hope they do a workaround on it and you know, just make it possible, I guess. Now, if the game will run at 60 FPS on the new consoles, I'm doubting it. If it does, I mean, they've done a great job optimizing it because it looks like a really good EMB, and EMBs take a lot of your system, at least mine. So I mean, I can run a pretty decent EMB on my system with a 970, and it will be about, you know, it will run about I don't know, 40 FPS with everything maxed out without anti-aliasing and all that stuff. You know, but I'm doubting it will be at a stable 60 FPS. I'm kind of sure of it, but I'm guessing they're aiming for a, I don't know, 30, at least on the PS4 and Neo and Xbox Scorpio. It won't be 60 FPS. The Steam page is already up, but you can't buy it, but it's there. It's available in 4 months, and I think the release date is October the 28th. So I think that's already confirmed. And this is why people will buy or / get back into it. You know, there's always been something about the world of Tamriel in the Elder Scrolls games that just enchants you to keep on exploring. I mean, the caves, the vast flat areas, that isn't really that interesting, but it's just glorious. It's glorious to look at, and you feel heroic just by standing on that little rock you placed yourself on. It's just amazing. Everything from the side quests, the characters, and the unmarked locations. Now that's a big thing in the Elder Scrolls community, because I noticed that a lot of people watch unmarked locations video on YouTube, and probably just because they wanna explore everything. But it's something about it that you have to go on exploring without having a guide to like show you where to go. You know, the visual storytelling without anything being said, that's just amazing. You can go into a house and you can go, you know, you can be your own little detective and you can see what happened in the house. Maybe it was a fight, maybe someone got kidnapped, maybe they left a note talking about an ancient treasure of the family that's hidden away in the nearest dungeon that you have to fight your way to get. And when you get it, you find a fucking awesome sword. I mean, it's just amazing, and the general feeling is just the best. And there was nothing like getting out in the world and having the freedom you wanted, and you were free to do whatever you want, be whoever you wanted, and stand for what you wanted. There was nothing like meeting a new person, figuring out if he was a friendly hunter, a bandit, or an assassin, or maybe just a merc for hire. Everything from picking flowers and discovering their effects to traveling the land to sell your hide and gold you found along the way. Just these things, not in any way related to the main quest, side quests, or any other form of scripted events, make the experience just an amazing one. So when the story, the side quests, and the guilds came into play, all these mechanics and experiences merged into one great and unique experiences for the player. Just the world itself, man. It was screaming to be explored. It wanted it, and we wanted to explore it as well. I don't know, dude. I'm gushing. I hope this updated a lot of you people. I think I'm gonna end it right here. So, what do you think about the new remaster? Is it gonna be a hit or a miss? I think it's gonna be a hit, to be honest. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.